Hello and welcome to another video in the onboarding series for V-Ray for SketchUp. Let's take a closer look at the various ways to create lights in V-Ray. Before we start, it's a good idea to click on the Material Override. When you toggle the switch, all objects will be overridden globally with selected color or preferred material, and you can focus on the lighting without being distracted from materials and textures. Now, let's explore the light settings in real time. Go ahead and click on the V-Ray Vision icon. Vision is a render viewer inside of V-Ray that lets you explore your scene in real time. Let's see the first way to control the lighting. From the Shadows panel in the default tray, you can change the date and time to achieve a realistic sun position based on the physical location of the project in relation to the cardinal directions. If you want greater flexibility in the adjustment of the sun's position, open the Lights tab in V-Ray, expand the right flyout menu, and enable Custom Orientation. From here, you can change the sun's position vertically and horizontally. Let's look at other sun settings. The sun intensity controls the intensity of the light the sun will produce, and the size multiplier controls the softness of the shadows. That parameter can be very useful in some situations, such as when you want to achieve a softer look in a bedroom interior. Now, let's stop Vision and demonstrate another alternative in which V-Ray automatically sets the sun's location. Click on the Light Gen icon. Here, you need to select the type of space, exterior or interior, as well as the light source, sun and sky, or HDR. Then, you need to specify the number of variations that V-Ray will calculate based on the vertical and horizontal position of the sky. Click Generate and let V-Ray work its magic. As you can see, V-Ray produced various light scenarios represented by thumbnails. Just click the one you like and the sun position will automatically be applied along with the right settings for exposure and white balance. Go ahead and save that Light Gen set in order to reuse it later instead of configuring it all again. Now, let's explore the next light source, HDR. You can import and use your own custom library, or if you don't have one, you can use V-Ray's HDRs. You need to specify the number of HDRs and the variations to specify the number of light scenarios that will be generated. To do that, you need to stop Vision and click on Generate. This time though, try to use pre-configured and saved light scenarios. Click on the Load button and choose the Light Set file. Let's apply some lighting scenarios to the scene. Basically, HDRI stands for High Dynamic Range Image, a high-quality 360-degree panoramic image that was taken in real life. That real-life image wraps around the entire scene, and the light will come from the specific image. Let's try applying another lighting scenario. I think this one will work best for the scene. The third way to create environment lighting is by using HDRIs from the Chaos Cosmos library. When you find the one you like, just click Download and Import. When you open the Asset Editor, you will find it in the Textures tab. Go ahead and copy the texture and place it in the texture slot of the dome light created in LightGen. If you switch the mapping type to spherical, you can rotate that texture and achieve different results with a single dome light. Now, to light the house, some artificial lights need to be added. Let's create one. You can use the Lighting tab to easily create artificial lights. Before this, let's lock the view for rendering and navigate in the viewport. Click the Lock Camera Orientation icon. Now we can rotate around the viewport, but Vision will render from the locked camera position. Click on the rectangle light icon to create and position the light. If the view is not locked, when we rotate the viewport, Vision will rotate as well. If it's locked, we can rotate the view, but render what is locked. This is helpful when we want to place a tree that will be visible in the camera view, but to pinpoint the position, we need another view. Open the Asset Editor, and you will find out that the light is listed under the Lights tab. You can change its intensity and color using the V-Ray color picker. If you don't want the light source to be visible, enable the Invisible option and disable Affect Reflections. On the first floor of the house, let's create a sphere light and basically repeat the same steps as before. You can easily copy the color from the previous light in the Asset Editor. Once the lights are set, you can close Vision and move on to rendering for more realistic results. But first, let's disable the Material Override option from the Settings tab. Then, click the Render Elements tab and choose Light Mix. That will give you additional flexibility in making lighting adjustments after rendering. Now go ahead and click Render. If you expand the right flyout menu, you will see that all the lights you created are listed. You can disable or enable different lights and also change their intensity and color until you are satisfied with the look. What do you think? I was hoping to capture the atmosphere of the calm before a storm. I hope you found this video on lighting in V-Ray for SketchUp interesting and useful. Make sure to check out the onboarding video focusing on materials. See you there!